A little jam sesh.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Whiskey Ways podcast. This week is episode 14. I am your host, Dylan.
I'm your other host, Alex.
And this week we have a special guest, good friend, our homie Jamie is on this week, and he actually went ahead and sent us a new bottle of whiskey from Colorado. As you can see here, it is called Axe in the Oak Distillery. There you go. But yeah, so this one is a pretty unique bottle. Obviously, it's out of Colorado, and any of our listeners from Colorado, if you are not familiar with this bottle, our buddy Jamie says it's a very, very good bottle, and he highly recommends it to anybody. So with that being said, Jamie, why don't you go ahead and say what's up to the Whiskey Ways audience?
Of course. What's up, brothers? What's up, Whiskey World? It's good to be back on the show, and I'm looking forward to you listen to us shoot some shit, talk about some real topics, and drink some good whiskey.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. He's a natural. He really knows how to
I know.
He just knows how to talk.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Feel myself.
Yeah. So normally, the way we've been doing this is we've been tasting our whiskey, the whiskeys we have on the show. We've been, doing a little tasting beforehand. This one, we're going at it. We're shooting blind. We unboxed this maybe 10, 15 minutes ago.
Yep.
But yeah, so, honestly, just like, I guess we can just get straight into it. So this is kind of just like a little background on the company. It says, this is coming straight from their website. It says, Axe in the Oak Distillery started off as 5 friends with a true passion for good whiskey, live music, and the great outdoors. While sipping a glass of bourbon around a campfire, the question of whether they could create a whiskey worth sharing became a challenge worth accepting, and the rest is history. So this company was founded in 2013. So it is, it's pretty new. 7 years old now?
Yeah.
So, this is definitely a newer brand, a newer just whiskey overall. Super. I've never heard of them, obviously.
Yeah.
I've never been to Colorado, but yeah. So they said we believe whiskey is meant to be shared with friends and family and with the community. I really like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the bottle here too.
I love
It says, the first sentence is, "There's nothing in life as satisfying as a good conversation, especially on the rocks." And anybody can testify to that. That is absolutely 100% true. There's nothing like just sipping, even if you're just around the guys or around the family, friends, whatever, and everybody's coming over, having a good time, and you're drinking, whether it's beer or whiskey, whatever your drink of choice is. There's nothing like just kind of a good conversation over a nice whiskey or a few beers. Even.
Yeah. And honestly, I love that.
brother.
Like, these guys they're like sitting around. They're like, hey, bet we could do this.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Kind of like us with starting the
Literally
podcast.
like this podcast, just sitting around drunk.
Like, bet we could do this.
Oh, we could do a podcast.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're doing it.
Yep, we're doing it. We're 14 weeks in. We're going actually 15 weeks in.
No, this is 14.
Well, this is episode 14, but remember
we skipped a week.
Yeah,
we did.
But
yeah.
Damn.
So, so a little bit about I guess this specific bottle. So, Axe in the Oak, they have three bottles, 3 whiskeys. They have one. It's Pikes Peak Hill Shine, which is like a clear corn whiskey. I assume it's corn. 104 proof. Yeah. So
they're pretty strong, man.
Yeah. And then they also have the Colorado Mountain Incline Rye whiskey, which is obviously their rye offering.
Yeah.
And then what we have here is the Colorado Mountain Bourbon. So
yeah, and I think it's a definitely like unique looking bottle. Like it's got the shape, or the label on it is like the shape of an actual like barrel. And then it's got a nice kind of like silvery shine finish,
smooth, like almost satin kind of feeling.
Yeah,
finish.
and I don't know, it just catches.
Not satin, But
It's one of those ones that, as you can see, like off the light here, it shines, and it's definitely easy that it's gonna catch your eye. Like if you saw this sitting on a shelf or something at a certain angle, you know, you would be able to kind of pick that one out. And I guarantee you that's probably something that they thought of when they were creating the label and everything like that.
Yeah. And honestly,
And it's definitely eye-catching.
one of the first things I noticed on this bottle is actually have like the batch and bottle number, and it's like handwritten on the bottle. So I don't know if you guys can see that on YouTube, but it's just sitting like right here. And I mean, it's, you know, batch number 60, bottle 134 out of 1,000. And then it says Tunes, which I'm not 100%
Not sure what that means,
is,
honestly.
but it's Tunes Outcast, which I like. It's like
And
Outcast,
the
like
Outcast-
spelled like Andre 3000 Outcast.
It looks like Outcast was like written on the bottle after it was made.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You know,
saying.
after it came. So I'm
Yeah,
wondering.
It literally looks like they use a Sharpie to write that.
Yeah, it really
So-
does. I'm wondering if maybe that's something that they do on a lot of the bottles. Maybe they just it's different for each one.
Maybe, or different per
So
batch. Or
Jamie,
something. I don't know.
Jamie, you could probably find that out for us if next time you go and get one of these bottles.
Definitely, man. Just, you know, knowing a couple people around Colorado, when I first seen that bottle, like you said, it has that rustic look. It's eye catching. It's something you walk past on the shelf and you're like, oh, I expect to see two fancy glasses and guys smoking some cigars right next to it.
Yeah,
Sounds
And upon
good.
talking
Some
to him about
lumberjacks.
people, you know, people really enjoy it. So I'll definitely look at other bottles and see that backstory
Yeah.
for you guys.
yeah.
So, you know, I guess you know, we can quit
Yeah,
talking about it. And
without
taste
further
this
ado.
stuff. So, the Axe and the Oak guys, they say, you know, it's kind of heavy vanilla and butterscotch on the nose, with some Sutter. Oh my God, I can't talk.
That
Smirnoff Ice got you. That Smirnoff Ice got me. Thanks, Jamie.
You're welcome, boys.
If
The-
anybody watches the unboxing, you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, go check that out. So the subtle pepper notes and a lingering caramel finish. So, you know, just looking at it, this one's really light,
Yeah.
like really light in color. Kind of a nice little change of pace from last week when we had that Russell's Reserve, which is like it's like you're eating it, like you almost have to chew it to get
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, I mean,
super light on the nose.
I'm definitely
get the
getting.
butterscotch.
Yeah, I was gonna say the butterscotch.
Yeah, that's
for
what I
sure.
hinted right when I first tasted it.
I can honestly, I will say, off those notes that you just said, I would say that's probably the most accurate notes that I'm picking up that we've had on the show.
Oh,
so
you're talking
far.
about like the actual like distillers like sensory notes.
Yes, like
yeah.
I'm definitely getting the
Vanilla,
butterscotch, the
butterscotch.
vanilla, and then kind of followed up by a caramel and that little bit of
You can get some.
that little bit of peppery kind of vibe.
Yeah, I think the pepperiness will come through.
Yeah.
On the palate, but yeah. So I guess we can stop talking about it now, and we
Yeah.
can toast this up. So, cheers to
Cheers, boys.
episode 14.
Episode 14.
Cheers to you, Jamie.
Enjoy.
Oh yeah, got that peppery.
Wow.
Got
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
peppery. It is super light,
Told you it was good.
Usually too, like off the
a
first
little
sip.
spicy.
Off the
almost,
first
off
sip,
like that first.
it's hard to get a lot off of that first sip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
Like
yeah.
they say it's normally common. Like the first sip is typically like you're not gonna be able to get most of the flavor notes off the first sip. But
Shocks
that-
the senses that first sip.
Yeah, but that was like easy. That was
I definitely see where they're getting the pepper from. It's like super like light kind of burn,
oh yeah, for sure.
but it's more to me it's more like the kind of burn like a spicy kind of burn.
Yeah, a little bit.
It doesn't
But
I mean
it's real quick.
It fades super quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just as soon as it hits your tongue, hits your palate, you kind of roll it around, you just get that little like it's almost just like you like bit into a pepper and then it goes away. And that's it.
But not
I think-
like
Not flavor wise at all, but
I would
No.
say probably like a more so like a red, green, yellow pepper. Not
Like
like
a
a
bell
spicy pepper.
yeah, like a bell pepper.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I meant. Not like a fucking hot
Not like a
pepper.
fucking ghost pepper or anything like
Yeah.
that.
That's a chili pepper candy bar you dudes be eating.
Yeah, the reason I like it so much was, as you guys say, that not spicy, but
I
that
like that,
pepper
dude.
really flushes away fast. And
Yeah, it's like it's enough that you get it like as soon as it hits your palate, you
Yeah.
get it, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
And like
Mhm.
it's like it's almost like satisfying because
It
like,
really-
you can tell,
dude,
you can feel
it
it
is.
going down, and then it fades. But then you're left with like just not so much like a lingering like caramel or like any specific flavor like just overpowering, but definitely like
I think every
some
flavor
lingering sweetness.
in this bottle complements each other
Oh,
very,
it absolutely
very well.
does. It absolutely does.
Like you wouldn't expect like I guess you could say like kind of like a spicy and a sweet sometimes can go together.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
and I feel like
I completely agree.
now those are just a few sensory notes off of their website that we are reading. I'm sure if you can find on another like some type of whiskey forum page and find this bottle, and I guarantee you the experts, because by no means are we experts at tasting whiskey, but I guarantee you could find other types of sensory notes in this bottle. So we're not saying those are the only sensory notes that you will taste if you try this bottle.
Yeah.
But that's definitely as far as the
It's
website
definitely a
goes.
good starting point, and it's a pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's
starting
like
point.
probably the most accurate, in my opinion, that the website has been about one of their bottles of all the ones that we've tried on the show.
I'm also just kind of getting like a breadiness, like a kind of wheat type thing going on.
Yeah,
So like they don't have their mash bill up on their website, but if I had to just take a stab at it, take a guess, I would say it's probably pretty high. I mean, obviously high corn, but I mean, I would think that it's like for a bourbon, I would guess that it's probably pretty high rye.
yeah.
Pretty
Fair.
high rye content, and then little bit less barley. I think it did say that it's malted rye.
Yeah, it's malted rye. It says here on the bottle. Our unique whiskey distilled from corn, malted rye, and barley is combined with a distinctive bourbon and a cut with pure Rocky Mountain water, creating a bold new direction of flavor.
Yeah.
So
So
for sure, I hands down definitely recommend this bottle here.
absolutely.
For
Awesome.
sure.
Yeah. If you guys can find it, this is definitely one you'll probably have to keep a sharp eye out for.
Yeah.
And do some looking to find it anywhere other than Colorado, but definitely I really sounds like this company's kind of making some good progress for themselves. So hopefully this will be more
I'm
little bit
interested
more
to
mainstream,
try
a little bit
the
more
other two as well.
widespread.
The rye and the shine,
The clear.
the clear.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm always a little skeptical about like anything that labels it like anything labeling itself as like shine, moonshine, or just whatever.
Right.
because you see those all on the shelf, and is it
Yeah,
really?
like that
Yeah.
old smoky like.
Well,
no.
So I guess to kind of close this bottle out,
I'd give this high marks.
yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say, what are you gonna rate this bottle here?
Drum roll, boys. Drum roll.
I'll give it an 8.8.
8.8.
I like this a lot.
Ooh.
I like this a lot. It's super light,
Awesome.
and that's kind of one of the things that I tend to look for is like just something that like goes. It's like good. It has like a good flavor profile,
Absolutely.
and like that mouthfeel, but still goes down light. And it's not like I'm not sitting here like 15 seconds after I took a sip and I'm like trying to like still choke it down and keep it down, or like I'm not like fighting like making a face like that.
Yeah.
Russell's Reserve we did last
After
week.
you
I
take
mean,
a
it was
drink.
like
The Russell's Reserve, like I said, that'll put some hair on your chest.
yeah. I mean, it's just by comparison, this is like, I mean, you almost can't compare them. This is so light. This is so light and just like easy.
Well, and
easy
it's
going.
surprising too. It's surprising how light it is because it's of its proof. It's what was it, 92? 92 proof.
And then it does not taste.
It doesn't taste like a
it's
92 proof. So
at all.
I just like it because it's so hard for me to find like sipping whiskeys. I love whiskey.
Yeah.
It's hard for me just to like pour it up on the rocks and sip it on. Like I maybe have 5, and this definitely moved in there.
I mean, for sure. Like since we've started,
This is probably my top 5 on the show.
yeah. For me, I'm gonna give this probably a 9.2.
I'm talking
Dude,
about
this
Dylan.
I like this bottle.
Yeah.
Like I 100% agree with Jamie about this being like a go-to sipping.
Yeah.
Like even like with the Woodford Reserve.
Yeah.
I mean that's like that's my go-to. But even this, like, if it was easy for me to get this bottle, like this would definitely be another go-to like sipping whiskey that I know for sure that I'm gonna enjoy. And then I also know for sure, like if I want somebody else to try,
that's exactly where I was about to go.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
they're not gonna be disappointed.
Would you recommend this to somebody who's like I wanna get into drinking whiskey, but I haven't experienced a lot and like I don't really know where to start? Would you recommend this to them?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you give them a neat Glencairn?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I was then sending it to you guys was I knew one way or another you guys are going to love it and it was going to be somewhat of a high rating.
Yeah. Yeah.